Goeiedag. In hierdie les gaan ons kyk na voornaamwoorde se eerste helfte. Voornaamwoorde is pronouns. En wat doen die voornaamwoord? Dit vervang die selfstandige naamwoord in 'n sin. Kom ons gaan kyk na die verskillende soorte voornaamwoorde wat ons kry. Persoonlike voornaamwoorde is wanneer ons hom in die subject posisie van die sin plaas. Met ander woorde, die onderwerp in die sin. Ek is I. I have a house. Ek het 'n huis. So in plaas daarvan om te sê Piet het 'n huis, gaan ons sê ek het 'n huis as dit Piet is wat self praat. Wanneer ons he in 'n sin het, he has a house, hy het 'n huis, dan gaan ons sê hy het 'n huis. Reg. Sy het 'n huis, she has a house. Sy het 'n huis. Getting to the plurals, ons is we have a house, met ander woorde, ons het 'n huis. Hulle is they have a house, hulle het 'n huis. And then we have you in the plural when we're referring to more than one person, dan sê ons julle. Met ander woorde, julle het 'n huis. Reg. Wanneer ons die persoonlike voornaamwoord in die object posisie sit, in die voorwerpposisie, dan word hy 'n besitlike voornaamwoord. So nou het ons hom geskuif na die object gedeelte, die voorwerp. Reg. So dan sê ons, dit is my huis. It is my house. Dit is my huis. When we use me, you are looking at me. Looking at me, let's just write that down. Looking at me, gaan nie word ek nie, dit gaan word jy kyk vir my. Reg. Dieselfde met his and him. So what you are going to do in English, if you say his, it is going to be sy in Afrikaans. It is his house. Dit is sy huis. Reg. But when we say she is looking at him, then we are going to use hom. Reg? Looking at him. And the M gives you the clue. Kyk vir hom. Reg. It is her house becomes haar. Dit is haar huis. Jy becomes jou huis. Jy het 'n huis. Dit is jou huis. It is your house. And this one also has a second one. He is looking at you. Gaan ons nie sê ek kyk vir jy nie. Jy gaan sê kyk vir jou. Looking at you. Just to remember that you're using it in the object form in the sentence. Getting to the plurals again. Our or us is ons. Dit is ons huis. It is our house. Dit is ons huis. You are looking at us. looking at us becomes kyk vir ons. So there's only the one to remember. There is hulle. Dit is hulle huis. It is their house. En dan die you in die plural both becomes julle. Dit is julle huis. Reg. It is your house. Looking at you, kyk vir julle. Reg. Looking at you in the plural becomes julle. Goed. Maar besittelike voornaamwoorde wys ook 'n besitting. So it shows a possession. And then it looks slightly different. If we put it at the end of the sentence, and we say, the house is mine. Die huis is myne. Reg. So we started off with, ek persoonlik, ek het 'n huis. And then we moved on to, dit is my huis. Now we are replacing huis as well, moving it to the beginning of the sentence, and we are saying, die huis is myne. Goed, this is his house. Remember the S and the S. Die huis is syne. Reg. For hers, it becomes hare. And don't confuse this with the hair on your head. Die huis is hare. It belongs to her. Your house, die huis is joune. The house is yours. Ours. The house is ours. So for the plurals, we are going to use sin together with the pronoun. Die huis is ons sin. And those are two words. The same for theirs. Die huis is hulle sin. And then yours in the plural. Die huis is julle sin. And note that these are all two words. So when we have it at the end of the sentence, this is the format that we are going to use. Reg. When we have a sentence where we have a means, a person should do this or that or blah or blah. Let's say, for example, 'n mens moet jou huis oppas. Reg, you have to look after your house. So when you have 'n mens, you are going to use jy or jou. 'n mens moet jou huis oppas. However, when you have die mens, you're going to personalize it a little bit by using hy, sy, or hom. Die mens moet sy huis oppas. Reg. So that's the difference then between 'n mens and die mens. Then we also have to look at u. So u is a pronoun that we use for the formal you. This is when someone is above you in a position of authority, or when you have a lot of respect for someone. In Afrikaans, you call them u. Reg. So the formal you, dan gaan ons net sê, u is by die huis. Reg? persoonlike voornaamwoord. When it becomes besitlik, dan gaan ons sê, die huis is u sin. The same as what we used for the pluralized version of the other pronouns. And the second one that goes in between here is dit is u huis. Reg. So this one is pretty straightforward. The format doesn't change. U huis of u het 'n huis. Dit is u huis en die huis is u sin. So we regard it as a plural you. Reg. Dan kry ons nog 'n paar voornaamwoorde. Dan kry ons aanwysende voornaamwoorde. This points to something or someone specific. Hierdie. Dit is hierdie boom. Dit is dan aanwysend. It points us to a specific tree. Of dit is daardie boom. It's the tree over there. It's that specific tree. Of ons kan sê, dit is die. En daar het ons die aksentteken op die e. Aksentteken that says this tree. Right, so we are either saying that tree or this tree. Something specific. 'n onbepaalde voornaamwoord is non-specific. Dit wys nie na enige iets of iemand spesifiek nie. Dan praat ons van iemand, someone. So it's no one in specific. Iets is something. And then we have niemand, which is no one. Reg, dit is ons onbepaalde voornaamwoorde. Die laaste twee voornaamwoorde waarna ons in hierdie les gaan kyk, is die onpersoonlike voornaamwoord en die vraende voornaamwoord. Onpersoonlike voornaam is dit, it, right? It's impersonal, it's unspecific, and we use it for inanimate objects or animals, not for people. En dan kry ons die vraende voornaamwoord. And this one is quite easy for you to remember, because once again, it is all our question words. Reg, wie, wat, waar, waarom, wanneer. En kyk gerus na die volgende les oor voornaamwoorde om meer hieroor te leer, wanneer ons hierdie vraende voornaamwoorde in die sinne gaan gebruik. Baie dankie, ek sien julle volgende keer.